A very good morning and a warm welcome to one and all present over here, teachers. Happy Sankranti, happy Pongal, Lori, happy Bogi to one and all present over here. This is the best part of being in India that we have festival every day, something to talk about and cherish the day that we live today. So that's one of the greatest advantages of a country or being in a country like India. There is no other country to have so much of festivities, but even in China, people still have a lot of festivals, but not as much as the Indian context. So thank you so much for all the schools, all the teachers out there to participate, even on a Sunday that falls on a festival. So it really means a lot. And let's get on to the topic today. We are going to get into the details of online financial literacy and security part 2. So many people had participated last Sunday, and in the reflection form, I was also able to see some people writing very nice comment. Nearly, I think 7 or 8 of them had written that the New Year resolution is to attend the Super Sunday workshop every Sunday. Now that's really amazing. Suppose if you're taking up any resolution, it could be anything. It need not be a Super Sunday alone, but the fact is you can take whatever you want. I mean, Super Sunday workshop could be one beginning because it takes very less efforts for you to be there. Just switch on your camera, sorry, your mobile phone, turn up into the registration mode of Zoom, join the session and do whatever you want. And passively also, if you look into something, you will be able to hear the content. So, and that's going to be quite insightful. We will make sure that whatever content is being provided or spoken about during these sessions are directly from the Ministry of Education, with a little bit of research with authentic resources. Hence it's my humble request to everyone, however or how much ever, we try to be as authentic as possible in order to expand your viewpoint on whatever is being dealt during these topics. I would request you to please fall back and check on that. Please verify, talk about it, speak on these topics to people. Just turn this whole thing into one form of a gossip or argument or discussion. It will definitely lead up to one next level of knowledge upgradation for sure. It seems that whenever we speak to someone, thinking that we are going to use this somewhere else to teach someone, the knowledge that you gain during this particular time is going to be stuck into your mind for a very long period of time. There is some network issues, and that's why my video is not coming on. It will eventually work. So let's quickly shift towards the screen sharing mode. I would like to share my screen and start with the topic of the day, which is online financial literacy and security part 2. I would like to quickly revise on what we spoke the last time, and then let's continue on what's there in the further session. So we spoke about the e-rupee concept, the digital token. You can actually get it verified. Even in Wikipedia, they've put quite a decent amount of details on this particular aspect, and this is legal. We were also talking about the problems that are faced by the scamming that's happening out there. Sometimes it's scamming, or sometimes it's the ignorance of a particular knowledge aspect. So these are some of the things, and we came across this amazing news that 25 plates of samosas cost Mumbai doctor rupees 1.4 lakh in a cyber scam. And this is always happening. Nearly 150 to 200 scams are getting reported every minute in India. Now that's huge. And this was another 2022 quarter three report which spoke about 42% of the transaction happening on UPI. We were also discussing about P2M, P2P, and PPI kind of payments. And I said that we will be talking about in the next session. And today we'll be talking about it. So we also got into some common mistakes that we do. Some mistakes that we can actually avoid if you know what are the common mistakes. These were some of them. Using common passwords for all the platforms, leaving devices unlocked, ignoring software updates, clicking on unknown links, connecting unsafe devices to office network, using public Wi-Fi without a VPN connection, virtual private network or proxy network, saving sensitive data on your device, downloading unauthorized software, leaving sticky notes with passwords. If anybody is there, writing passwords on the notepad and keeping it on the screen, it's my humble request. Please change that. Keep it in your diary if possible, and keep your diary secure somewhere in home. Back in those days, pen and paper was always the most secure way of writing and saving information. Probably people are still believing in that, and somewhere it's okay to do that. Making UPI payments without verifying the user account holder name is something, another problem. We need to do that. Asking for the person's name before actually transacting the amount, and confirming if it's from your account. These are some of the common mistakes that we do. Then we got into the details of some surveys where we found that in India, 70% of the victims never got their money back whenever they were, they were into the victims or prey of such scammers out there. And this particular data, we got it from around 32,000 responses over 330 districts. 39% of Indian families have already been victims of cyber fraud, and only 24% of families who claim to have experienced financial fraud in the last 3 years and received their money back. So hardly 24%, so very less number. So 13% buying and selling websites. Some were cheated because of money being demanded over SMS and on website. Some were cheated because of the wrong delivery of items from a certain cart. You order and you get stones or something else in the parcel, and then you call back for saying that, I didn't get the right information or a right product. So that's again a major scam that's happening. Even now, it's continuing to do so. So please do not get into it. Well, in the last 1 week, I also came across a new term called as cyber kidnapping. Now, cyber kidnapping is again identity theft. I would request you to actually look into it, though, like, it's not really talking too much of financials, hence I'm not getting into the details. But cyber kidnapping has become another trending term. A new scam with respect to finances is like people texting you on Facebook and Instagram or on WhatsApp saying that uh, I would like to give you a part-time opportunity. You just have to like the videos or like the photos. If you have got this message, it's my humble request to please put it on the chat, stating that you can earn 50 rupees per like or per share. You just need to give good reviews about a hotel or about some place out there. And if you have received such messages, please do not respond to it. Immediately block it, report and block it wherever it could be. And like, I think this is last 1 month, like this is being circulated, and many people have been falling prey into. Just before that, the same messages were just a little different. It's like somebody else portrays as if they are your relatives or friends on Facebook and Instagram and WhatsApp, and say that I'm stuck somewhere and I'm not able to use my UPI. Please transfer so and so amount, so that you know it's like your husband or your relative. It could be your son or daughter as well. Please do not fall into all these. Yes, e-challan is also another thing that's happening right now. Now, these are some of the scams that are happening. Like, these are trending things. It is just like what movie got released last week. It's like what scam got released last week. I hope you're able to connect the point. Every week, people are coming up with new methods of doing it. Yeah, correct. That's okay. That's an amazing message, Shreen ma'am. But please do not click on the link that you get it. Nothing is available for free in life, and nobody's giving that. If it's only from authentic resources like Ministry of Education, according to me, or Government of India, and even finding if Government of India website is authentic or not, that itself is quite a task. It's better to just close everything and just live a beautiful life without any technological aspects. Sometimes we feel like that there are too many scams happening out there. But anyways, these sessions will enable you to get an overall picture of what's happening, also an awareness on the knowledge aspects of these scams and the ideal scenarios. Then I think we can be on track. Yeah, let's go forward. Let's go forward. We also understood that we need to get into the HTTPS mode of any website, and S is kind of secure, wherein if you click on the lock symbol over there, we also get to know the expiry date of a particular website. It's always advisable before starting any internet banking transaction, verify if the website is renewed and active, and that can be found under issued on, expires on. I think you remember the process. In this case, suppose if you do not, let me quickly show you once, because it's quite important. So I go to the HDFC bank internet banking, and it could be anything. It could be anything. You go click on the site information over here, and the moment you do that, you'll get to see the connection is secure. Click on this and you'll get the certificate details. Click on this, you'll get the actual certificate details where it says issued on and expires on. You can see that the other day when I was looking into, it was actually April, but now it is expiring on December 11, 2024. So that's the kind of update that happens. I think uh yeah, sometimes yeah, Telegram also plays a key role in giving scamming message. So don't click on any unwanted links on Telegram as well. Well, this is with respect to the certification of a authentic website. It could be for anything. So make sure the it's not expired. If it's expired, do not fill the data. Let's go back to the presentation. And there so the next thing that we looked into was a small video, if I'm not wrong. Okay, let me come back over here. And we understood the Stay Safe Online campaign by Stay Safe Online. It's a separate portal and a website from where you can get a lot of information, of course. But let me share. This is the one where you have got awareness material, online courses as well on how to be safe online. They not only cover the financial aspects, but they also cover the other cyber security aspect of being a responsible citizen and being safe from all these scamming and phishing and all sorts of hacking. So let's go to the next one. We also got into some best practices as prescribed by the CIET training, where we understood that enable passwords on devices, use secure network connections, install apps from trusted sources, keep login credentials secure, create a unique password for digital wallet. We'll be learning about this today again. Stay vigilant and aware of all cell phones network connectivity status and register for alerts through SMS and emails. One important information that I'm remembering is these days there's another important problem that's happening. For example, Shanti ma'am has an Amazon Prime Video ka subscription. She paid around 1,500 rupees or whatever it costs, and she purchased the Amazon Prime Video so that she can watch movies online. Now she is going to talk to her sister, let's say Anita ma'am, and Anita says that, could you please share your user ID and password because I want to watch movies too. So now Anita has got a friend who is probably Priyanka out there who says that, hey, I've got a user ID and password. You can actually use it. Why don't you use it? In that way, if you look into it, Prime Video can be used by many number of people. Though Amazon is working on restricting it to one or two members or one or two devices, it still is quite a prevalent scenario. I would request, please do not share even if it's your relative, because it seems that using the user ID and password of the Prime Video, a hacker can easily derive what could be your actual password of your Gmail account or even your internet banking. If today, I'm very sure in this particular group of audience, definitely at least 10 to 15 of you would have shared your Amazon Prime Video, including Hotstar or Sony Live or Z or Sun Next. It could be anything. It could be anything. Ideally, avoid that. And that's the reason Netflix came up with this concept of only 2 devices per login. It's something like that. So if a third person logs in somewhere, you will get logged out. Also, there's another problem. If you get logged out and if that person becomes the administrator, then only that person can retrieve your account and renew and things like that. It becomes all the more difficult for you to gain the access. So it's ideal if you keep it within a very close network, like your son, your husband, but don't even there it's kind of a risk that you're taking it up. So I just wanted to mention that. We also understood how do cryptocurrencies work, and that is where we are going to begin our session today. So before continuing further, I would like to show you one important video and then start with today's session. I'm deliberately showing this video because this is one YouTube channel that really talks a lot about finances and online safety measures. I think you would have subscribed to Labor Law Advisor, if I'm not wrong.
सर केबीसी ऑनलाइन की तरफ से आपको 25 लाख की लॉटरी लगी है।
सर मैं आपका डेबिट कार्ड एक्टिवेट करा दूंगी, ओटीपी दे दीजिए।
सर मैं आपको एडवांस पेमेंट कर रही हूँ, आपके फ़ोन में एक यूपीआई अलर्ट आया हुआ, बस इसमें पिन डाल दीजिए। हाँ सर, ये हमारी ओरिजिनल वेबसाइट है, इस पर फटाफट आप पेमेंट कर दीजिए बस।
ऐसे और कई सारे फ्रॉड्स में अच्छे अच्छे लोग अपना पैसा गवा चुके हैं। अगर आप इनमें से हैं तो जानिए इनकी कंप्लेन कैसे करते हैं। आपको जाना है नेशनल साइबर क्राइम रिपोर्टिंग पोर्टल पर, लिंक नीचे दिया है। फाइल अ कंप्लेंट पर क्लिक करिए, रिपोर्ट अदर साइबर क्राइम पर जाइए। एक छोटा सा फॉर्म है, उसके बाद एक डिटेल्ड फॉर्म खुलेगा जिसमें अपना पता, अपना पुलिस स्टेशन, फ्रॉड का कैटेगरी, उसका सब कैटेगरी एंड आपका जो फेक ट्रांजैक्शन हुआ है उसकी डिटेल्स जैसे कि ट्रांजैक्शन आईडी, बैंक अकाउंट, यूपीआई वॉलेट एंड सपोर्टिंग स्क्रीनशॉट्स के साथ आप अपनी कंप्लेंट को सबमिट करेंगे। इसके बाद एक एक्नॉलेजमेंट आईडी आएगा जिसके थ्रू आप लॉगिन करके अपनी कंप्लेंट को रजिस्टर करेंगे। ये स्टेप मत भूलना। एंड इसी एक्नॉलेजमेंट आईडी से आप अपनी कंप्लेंट फ्यूचर में ट्रैक कर सकते हैं। साइबर फ्रॉड का सिर्फ एक ही सॉल्यूशन है, लाखों में जब लोग कंप्लेन करेंगे तब डिपार्टमेंट एक्शन जरूर लेगा। सावधान रहें, सतर्क रहें।
So that's with respect to the National
सर
Cybercrime
केबीसी
Portal.
ऑनलाइन की
I'm sorry. So this is how it looks like, National Cybercrime Reporting Portal. And this is the place where, in case if any one of you have fallen prey to or being a victim of, these transactions, I would humbly request you to please get into it, know how the reporting could be done, or else just do the reporting. There are many people out there who can actually help you in filling the form as well. But ideally, it's something so simple that you can do it by yourself. It'll ask for the authentication where you can give your Aadhaar credentials. But you know what? You don't have to give the actual Aadhaar number. You can even give your Aadhaar virtual ID. Now, what do you mean by that? We'll talk about that in the end of the session. And more importantly, National Cybercrime Reporting Portal does not only take the financial frauds, it also takes about the other cyber crimes that has happened out there. It could be any assault as well. It could be fake friendship and money laundering as well. It could be anything. So you can report everything over here. It's the government website basically. So even the Stay Safe online portal or CDAC portal, everybody has got the link to this particular portal. Please save this. That's it. And now let us get into the details of cryptocurrencies and how do they work. Now the world's greatest scam, crypto, is what is being reported as in this particular detailed video of James Chaney. He doesn't have much videos, but the documentary is extremely good. I would request you to please check on this. It's a 1 hour video. I'm not going to play that right now, but just wanted to show this to you. It'll give you a very good insight about what cryptocurrency is all about. In order to begin today's session, I would like to quickly go back to the cryptocurrency. How do they actually work? We'll play this video once more and then get into the details of what kind of cryptocurrencies do we have in India. Is it legal? We'll try to bust some of the myths out there. I would request you to please watch this video once again. I'm playing this again. We played this last time and I'm playing it again right now. Here we go.
When you want to buy something normally, using your normal bank card, this is what happens. I give my card details to the shop. The shop asks the bank if I'm good for the money. The bank checks its records to see if I've got enough in my account. If I do, it lets the shop know. It updates its records to show the movement of money from my account to the shop's. Oh, and it takes a little cut for its trouble. Now, if you wanted to remove the bank from that system, who else would you trust to keep those records and not alter them or cheat in any way? Well, I wouldn't trust you. I wouldn't trust you. In fact, I wouldn't trust any single person, but I might trust everyone. The idea is you don't have a central record of transactions. Instead, you distribute many, many copies of this ledger around the world. Each owner of each copy records every transaction. So, to buy something using cryptocurrency, I give the shop my details. The shop asks all the bookkeepers if I'm good for the money. The bookkeepers all check their records to see if I have enough. If I do, they tell the shop, and then all update their records to show the movement of money. So there's no way that a forged transaction can make it in. If I try to alter a ledger, it won't match all of the other copies, and it gets rejected. Oh, and one of them, at random, will be given a reward of some newly created cryptocurrency. This is how cryptocurrencies work. And remember, all of these bookkeepers, all of these ledgers, they're not actually people, they're computers. Lots of computers.
So that's with respect to the cryptocurrency. The concept is very simple. Like our transactional details does not remain at one particular place. It's going to be there with everyone. So everyone knows the truth about where our money is getting transacted. The creation of cryptocurrency is another beautiful science, and it comes under the concept of blockchain technology. Hence, it's science. Hence, it's blockchain technology. Hence, it's quite difficult to understand. That does not mean that it is illegal. Hence, when we talk about bitcoins or when we talk about these cryptocurrency transactions, it's quite a myth out there. People think that it is illegal, it is scam, and a lot of things. In this particular video, we would have got a simple understanding of how actually cryptocurrencies work. But more importantly, what we do need to know is how do you use a platform where it seems or it appears to be completely authentic in nature. And for that, I would like to actually show you one simple presentation with which we can identify if this is a scam or if this is a true thing. Here we go. Cryptocurrencies, concepts and myths. Here we go, teachers. The first one, cryptocurrency is illegal and it's not a valid form of payment. Well, no crypto is valid. No, crypto is valid form of payment. It's actually right after no, there should be a comma. Crypto is a valid form of payment. There are many platforms that are valid to be used in India. Now, what are those platforms? I don't really want to speak on those platforms because it would appear as if this is some sort of a promotion of these platforms, but I do not want to do that. There are multiple platforms that have been developed in India and people are using it. What are these platforms? Just like you have internet banking or mobile banking facilities, the softwares are present. Even these crypto platforms are more like apps and softwares where you can buy cryptocurrencies in certain chunks and you can trade them. What do you mean by this? Let me give you a simple example. I, as a company, I, as a super teacher company, have to travel to Hyderabad next month, but I do not have the money to do that. I know that if I go to Hyderabad and if I do my business over there, I'll get 1 lakh rupees. But in order to go there, I need 10,000 rupees right now, which I don't have. Sindhu ma'am is generous enough and she's giving me that 10,000 rupees. I take that 10,000, book the flight, go do my business and get that 1 lakh. Now, when I return it back to Sindhu ma'am, I say that thank you for your money. I just don't return 10,000. I return 15,000 as a token of gratitude. This is a simple trading that's happening out there. This is how stocks work. This is how mutual funds work. Everything works on a similar line. Here also on a similar manner, people do the transaction, but rather than Sindhu giving me the money, which we call as rupee, she's going to give me bitcoins or ethereums or these cryptocurrencies, which I can use somewhere where it is accepted, earn more and return a part of it back to her. I hope you would have got an understanding of how it actually works. So there are some places where it is actually legal and cryptocurrencies trading has become really amazing. It's like Sindhu ma'am gives me one token of cryptocurrency and I earn 1 lakh tokens of it. And when I come back, I give her probably 50,000 of them, or probably if I'm really very, very shrewd, I'll give probably only two, or very generous, I'll give her almost everything, 90 or something like that. My point over here is there are platforms who regulate all these things. Hence, there are many platforms that are valid to be used in India and we can use it. That's the first thing. Cryptocurrency can replace flat currency is a myth. No. Crypto is not issued by any bank. In fact, cryptocurrency concept itself is against the bank. Why only one bank should know about my transaction? For example, Sapna ma'am purchased a huge home in the outskirts of a very amazing city out there, and she took a loan from a particular bank. Now here in this case, I am a friend of Sapna, so she tells a little bit details about it, so I get to know the information. But say for example, Anita ma'am will not know about it. Why will she know about it? Because she's no more related to or never related to Sapna for that matter. But according to cryptocurrencies, even if you're there in a particular friend circle or no, everybody will come to know. Because tomorrow, if that particular bank cheats on Sapna, she has to go and fight only with one particular bank. But in case of cryptocurrency, in case if some fraud happens, the whole community will fight for Sapna against that one entity who had, written the wrong information or done the wrong transaction. That is why blockchain technology or cryptocurrency is supposed to be quite secure. The next point, cryptocurrency is fraud and pyramid scheme. No, there are definitely risks involved considering its nature and novelty factor. It's quite new in the market. Not many people know about it, but yeah, that's present everywhere else. So there are risks involved when investing, but if you invest in companies that are transparent about their investments and payments, your investment is safe. Cryptocurrency is a trend and not last for long. Now, this is another big scam or big rumor that happens or goes out there. Like people think that it's not going to last for long, but actually that's not the case. Cryptocurrency is growing very fast globally. In fact, there's this country called as El Salvador is the first country to accept crypto as a legal tender in Central America. So it's like you can go buy pizza or burger. वहां पर वही सबसे ज्यादा मिलता है. But the point is, you can use cryptocurrencies for that. Crypto investments are not affordable anymore. Some people think that, okay, everything like looks really nice. Can I just start investing today? It's like, yeah, absolutely you can. It's like many platforms out there allow you to own a fraction of a particular coin. So one Bitcoin cost, I think 35,000 rupees, if I'm not wrong, somewhere around that. I'm not sure, but please check on this information. So a part of it could be actually purchased. It's like 0.0001 Bitcoin. Can I have that? Something like that. So crypto investments is very similar to investing in mutual funds and gold. So this is with respect to cryptocurrency concept and myth, but it's a simple concept that we were able to deal with in another like 10 minutes, not more than that. I would request you to please do more research on that. And somewhere down the line in 2 to 3 years, this could become one of the major money transaction. I mean, it's not monitored by anyone. It's not monitored by government as well. So it's like people can have it. That's what people say. I'm not sure about it, and no promotion over here, but requesting you to please learn a little more about it. So that's with respect to cryptocurrencies. And in case if you are downloading any cryptocurrency app, make sure you download it from official website. It seems that there are many fake applications out there from where crypto transactions are happening. So I would request you to please do not download a fake app. Try to keep all these transactions online through a website rather than downloading an app. More importantly, if you download an app which is actually faulty in nature, which is not the ideal website, trust me, the user or the hacker, once they lose some information or money, getting it back is going to be a very, very difficult task, even after reporting to cybercrime. So it's better to be very careful about it by learning about it. Now comes how do you do all these transactions these days? These days, keeping an account of how much money do you have is a very difficult task. It seems that whenever you go to ATM, and this is an actual study, and withdraw money and start using it, your life can be led in a budgeted manner. You have a track of how much money are you taking up, and you keep a note of it. Today I spent this much on so and so. Similarly, whenever you go to a toll gate or pay something with the money in your hand, the sense of connect attachment towards that currency is huge. You know that it's going away from you. But now that's not the case. Now the whole marketing aspect, the program is about, let me not steal 100 rupees from 1,000 people. It is about, let me steal just 1 rupee from 1 lakh people. I hope you're able to understand. So it might not really appear as if you're giving just 1 rupee and you're not at loss. But that's what all the businesses today are leading towards too. Hence, it's very important to make sure that you keep an account of what's happening. So what is that thing that's not allowing you to keeping a track? That's called as UPI payments. So UPI is something that I would like to here we go. Yes. So UPI transactions can be categorized into 3 types. The first one is called as the PPI, which is called as prepaid payment instrument. Now, this is the place where you actually keep the money somewhere and use that money to transfer. It's like you have a bank, you withdraw some amount and keep in your wallet and use that money until it gets finished. And then again, you go to the bank, withdraw the money. Here in this case, the wallet is becoming digital in nature. You go to the bank, you take the money and put it on an online wallet. So you need to go to the shops or the places where online wallets are accepted. So that is where we call about Paytm wallet, HDFC wallet. You've got multiple wallets out there. You know, uh, Google Pay does not have a wallet, by the way. It's the next transaction called as P2P. I hope you're able to understand. So prepaid payment instrument is about having a separate wallet and working on it. Ola also has got that its own wallet. Uber has got its wallet. You can put the money over there. And sometimes if you put the money over there, Uber, Ola, or all those companies use that money to invest somewhere and earn more. So they don't return anything extra to you, but at least they can earn more, right? With your money whenever it's required. It's like a temporary bank sort of a thing. That's how it's being treated. Hence, P2P is another transaction where rather than the wallet, let me directly transfer it to the bank account. That means you just scan using an authenticated app. Once you scan it, it'll ask for your 4-digit PIN uh, with basically RMN number, registered mobile number, and this 4-digit number PIN has to be remembered. And please make sure that these 4 digits are not your birth date or your credit card 4-digit PIN, or I hope you were able to understand. It's a temptation for us to remember that 4-digit PIN, and we try to keep it as easy as possible. Please do not do that. Well, peer-to-peer transaction directly from one bank to another bank, the money gets transferred. Like I really loved the way Priyanka ma'am helped me in a project, and I was really successful at that. As a token of gratitude, I'm sending her 10,000 rupees directly to her bank. That's P2P transaction using the phone number. P2M is peer to merchant transaction. Some phone numbers can become a business number. So this is my business account, something like that. For better transactional details of taxes and things like that, you can register yourself as a business merchant. That comes under P2M transaction. If you're not owning any business and if you want to receive money, please make sure that you use your actual phone number. There is always a temptation in the app to actually convert your mobile number to make it a business number. Even on WhatsApp, there is an option called as a WhatsApp business. I would request you to be careful about it. If you do not own any business, please do not make it a business account. It's important. We'll talk about that in some other session. Then we got into the details of cryptocurrency. And then now, as per the government of India, this one amazing security feature in the form of an app called as DigiLocker. And the extension of DigiLocker is also this thing called as DigiYatra. I do not know how many of you used it. Let's talk about DigiYatra a little later, but let's look into DigiLocker first. If you do not have DigiLocker, please download today itself and save all your information. You don't need to have any hard copy of materials if the things are present in DigiLocker. What exactly it is? Let's get into it.
DigiLocker is paving the road ahead to empower and enrich many lives. Towards digital progress, it has emerged as the hero by helping citizens with faster service deliveries in paperless and presenceless mode. Witnessing exponential growth even during the pandemic, with millions of users already registered and accruing its immense benefits. You see, DigiLocker has now become one of the key components of the e-governance ecosystem. A transformative governance game changer that is revolutionizing every sector, plus proving as a boon for all the students, and lays unique support for India's growing fintech sector. Moreover, DigiLocker is designed with all the necessary security measures to keep your data protected and safe. So, what are you waiting for? Access a range of documents such as educational and personal certificates, pension and bank statements, identity documents, and many more in digital form. This means your documents travel safely with you on your smartphone. Download today.
So that's DigiLocker for you. And there might be some people out there to comment on what if my phone or DigiLocker gets hacked. It's like everything gets hacked, right? Well, that certificate is issued on digital. Yes, you're right. CTET certificate is actually, that's a good point. I forgot. Is issued on DigiLocker. So this is quite a secure app, no doubt in that. And in India, the IT sector is really so strong. They are very confident about Aadhaar, DigiLocker, and they try to keep information as secure as possible. Uh, Now, when you talk about how much of a secure things are, there's a thief out there who can actually break the code. But I can really trust the government stating that we're working on day and night basis to keep things really secure, and they are able to do it. It was not so easy for anyone to break Aadhaar card at all. There were some people who claimed that they were able to break Aadhaar card security code and all, but that's not the case. In fact, the moment such kind of rumors started spreading out there, people even came up with this. The government actually came up with the good idea of virtual ID, which we will talk about eventually. But this is where it is. I would like to come on to stop share the screen for a moment. I'm sorry. So that's with respect to DigiLocker. In case if you have not downloaded, please download. You can enter your license number, you can enter your Aadhaar number and save it over there. And suppose if you want to actually get into the details of, whenever somebody is asking for anything, you can actually open DigiLocker and show them. And they can't say that you don't carry the hard copy. Just imagine how long will we be able to carry the hard copy of papers in our bikes and cars to show the licenses, registration card and details. It's not required. In order to keep the same, Government of India also came up with this idea of Digi Yatra. I think you know about it. Digi Yatra came up with this idea where you can just go to the airport. There's no security check as such. They're standing over there in a separate counter, but just looking at the camera, by looking at your iris verification and your facial features, the door actually gets opened up. No human interference at all. You can directly go to the gates where you're present. In fact, even to keep your luggage, you don't actually require a person to be present over there. Have you experienced DigiYatra by any chance? If not, then try that. It's not present in like all the airports. I think it's present in Mumbai. It's present in Bangalore. I think Hyderabad, Kolkata, Delhi as well in few terminals. So yeah, so that's with respect to DigiYatra, and it's like a secure way of getting into the airport, which is very similar to DigiLocker. Okay, UAE as well, of course. I was okay, done. So from Indian context, here it is. So finally, coming almost to the last part of the session, where we would like to talk about the debit and credit cards and the CIBIL score part. Both are very, very important. And I would like to play the video and simultaneously talk on that so that uh, it'll be easy for us to understand. So I think you're able to see the screen. And in spite of ATM being very important, look at this. The first thing is, whenever you're using an ATM, use your hand to cover the keypad while using an ATM card. It's very important because the cameras can actually look into the card. Never share your PIN or card details, which you generally don't do, so that's fine. Some people write the PIN card on the card. Don't do that. Do not respond to text messages, emails, or calls asking for your card details or PIN. Nobody will do that. Do not use number from your birthday, phone, or account number as your PIN. Yeah, very common thing because you're attached. Dispose your safely put away transaction receipt. Air it off, it's better. Look for spy cameras before you start your transaction. There are some small cameras present underneath. Beware of keypad manipulation. Sometimes the magnetic strip is copied. Protect yourself from someone stealing your PIN behind your shoulder. You always do that. I'm very sure about it. Make sure to sign up for transaction alerts. Well, that's Money Control YouTube channel, which actually gave this information. It was around 3 years ago, but I wanted to play this because even now there are a lot of ATM transactional theft and scams that are happening out there. Still, India is not so advanced to the level where I would not say advanced or exposed to the level where you completely stop the physical cash and use only digital currency. Hence, this is very important. Let's go to the next one. And finally, the last video of the day, which is about the CIBIL score. A very important point. Never seen spy camera, how it looks like. Okay, that's a good point, Nishama. So just imagine I have got a small camera over here in the specs. Yeah, so that's called as a spy camera. Spy camera can be present in the pen as well. It's not that easy to find a camera, but try looking into some weird things. If you really find something, then don't go to that ATM. As simple as that. Let's talk about CIBIL score or credit score. See, credit score and CIBIL score, the score actually is the same. I mean, nearly the number is plus or minus a little bit. It's the same, but it's provided by two different bodies. CIBIL is a separate body. Credit is a separate body. So credit bureaus are 4 in India. They provide the score. CIBIL is only one body. It provides another score. But they both are very similar. They range from, I think, 300 to 900. You really need to have a good score in order to get loans or in order to get a good name in the society with respect to finances. Let's look into this particular video from HDFC Bank, basically. So that's with respect to the CIBIL score. It's basically an account, or it's like an assessment of a particular person to say if this is the right place to find if a person is having uh, their transaction. So it was very difficult before 2000 to find out if so and so person is an eligible person for getting the loan for the banks. Hence, they got the permission, because the bank is run by government, from the government of India, to access the PAN card details. So once you have the PAN card, with the PAN number, all your accounts are linked. So wherever you do a good practice or a bad practice, the PAN number can actually give you the report of that. So based on that, the CIBIL scores are decided for a particular person. If you miss on one EMI, chalega. Two EMIs, thoda bahut. But three EMIs, then your score starts getting affected. In fact, a funny thing about CIBIL score is that CIBIL score always comes up with a number based on your transaction that happened in the past. Imagine you are just a college passed out student and you created an account for yourself just now. You never did any transaction. The moment you go and check your CIBIL score right after that, can you please put it on the chat? What should be the CIBIL score? The person who just now logged in for the first time into the world of PAN card, account details, and things like that. What should be the CIBIL score? You can put it on the chat if you can. A person who has never done any transaction. Anyone? Anyone out there? Okay. Okay, I can see some numbers. Do not directly message me. You can message to everyone, teachers. You can see that. No one? It's out of 300 to 900. No idea. Okay, that's okay. I'll give you 700 should be a good number. Okay, it's out of 300 to 900. 300. Okay, that's no idea. Okay, I'll tell you. So a person who actually 711. Is that your birthday by any chance, Pile ma'am? Okay, no idea. That's great. So a person who just created a bank account and just entering the world of banking, it is ideally supposed to be a good CIBIL score, because, I mean, they didn't do any malpractice. But the bank or the CIBIL score mechanism works on information of the past. Hence, this particular person will get a CIBIL score of 300. You're absolutely right. Somebody said that. Yes, especially when you go and apply for educational loan, it'll check your CIBIL score. And in that particular case, your CIBIL score will be hardly 300 or 400. And the banker will say that your CIBIL score is very bad. I have to increase the interest. Suppose if you have the knowledge about how CIBIL score works, you can fight with the bank and say that you cannot increase my interest rate just because my CIBIL score is bad. It is your ignorance that you do not even know how CIBIL score works. Now, this is actually spoken in multiple places. Transactions matter a lot. If without transactions, CIBIL score is actually not of any sense. Hence, to get an ideal CIBIL score, the right time to actually judge is at least 3 to 5 years. If you are really transactional, you do a lot of transaction, 3 years is pretty good. But 5 years is something that you can look into, and then check the CIBIL score. You'll see that it'll shoot up to 700 or 800. In case if you're really super regular, which is very difficult, it can even touch to 900. So this is somewhere with respect to CIBIL score. Again, this is directly related to your PAN card. CIBIL scores are important because down the line, there are a lot of places from where you're going to work on credit cards or loans, for example, housing or car loan. In India, these are the two most common loans, but education loan is the third common. So these are some of the places where they will actually check the CIBIL score. In fact, for an education loan, they will actually not just check the CIBIL score of the student. Of course, they cannot do that. So the nominee over there or whoever is applying, it could be the guardian or the parents, and they can do that. Earlier, CIBIL score, once you check it, they used to charge a certain amount. What is my CIBIL score? But now it's free of cost. You can go to your net banking portal. It could be HDFC or ICICI or SBI, and you can check your CIBIL score. See what is that today. If it's more than 700, you're doing a good job. If it's less than 700, somewhere you missed out on your payments, or you did not do sufficient transactions for the CIBIL to verify if your score is good or not. That's it. That's it. So this is with respect to the online financial security and literacy teachers. One last slide that I want to show you from resources to learn. Like, where do you want to learn all these things in the future? So this is that portal from where you can learn further. It's National Center for Financial Education. This is the Government of India website, of course. And most of the information that I spoke today is from here and CIET training. So the moment you come to the website, this is how it looks like. It's promoted by RBI, SEBI, IRDAI, and PFRDA. In fact, all the courses that National Stock Exchange used to run, about stocks and all, can be accessed from here. Financial literacy dashboard, innovation sandbox, e-learning management system. You've got a lot of programs. FEPA is financial education program for adults. A lot of NGOs take this up. They go to different villages and they talk about online transactions. So in case if you're interested, I would humbly request you to please get into this particular website called as ncfe.org.in, National Center for Financial Education. And in case if any school is running financial literacy and education program, you're doing an amazing job. But more importantly, as an adult, you need to be ready with sufficient information to talk to students or judge which company is doing a good job with respect to this kind of knowledge sharing. So that brings us to the last part of the session, which is online financial security and literacy. There are various other websites like CDAC, Stay Safe Online and all, where it's a mix of multiple information. In fact, Skill India is another beautiful website. Let me show that to you as well. It's just not about financial security, but it's also about the other skills that if you want to develop, you can actually develop. Here also they talk about financial literacy and numeracy. Skills courses, you can come search for whatever course you want and you can enroll on it. This is Skill India skillindiadigital.gov.in, official website, Government of India, free of cost. Okay, I'm stopping my screen share. So that's it from my side for today's session, teachers. I hope you got sufficient amount of information on online financial literacy and security. I had to divide this into two parts because today's session was a little technical in nature, and the first session was just more like introduction on what's happening outside. It's important for you, again, I'm repeating, to go back, fall back and check on this, gossip about it, talk to people, post it on LinkedIn, Facebook, wherever you want. The more you do, the better is the learning. Join every Super Sunday to learn about all these things. I'll try to be as much informative as possible in 1 hour so that your weekly dose of knowledge and information related to the education sector is actually gained. So that's it from my side. It was great interacting with one and all. I'm looking forward for further Super Sunday workshops with the topics of assessments, because the exams are going to start. What could be the board pattern? Earlier, one circular was released that 70% of your paper is going to be multiple choice questions, but I think they've changed that. It's 50% right now. I think so. Let's talk about all these things with some proper authentic resources, circulars by Minister of Education. I would also like to talk about another important topic as suggested by some of you out there, including Dr. Sarabjit, about SQA, School Quality Assurance and Assessment Framework, right? Yeah, so we'll learn about that as well, because 31st March is the extended date for submission. It's very important for affiliation, and hence I would request everyone to take it seriously. So these will be the following topics from where we can get more information. But as of now, let's close for the day and enjoy the festivities that's happening in home. And I'm sure if you're just there cooking something delicious, or just towards the preparation for tomorrow's celebration, all the very best and happy festival days to all of you. That's it from my side, teachers. Great interacting with one and all. See you in the next Super Sunday workshop. Until then, Jai Hind. Bye everyone. I'm looking at the chat right now. Thank you so much, teachers. Bharti ma'am, thank you so much. Thank you, Sujata ma'am. Thank you so much. Thank you. Shomita ma'am, thank you so much. Multivitamin tablets. That's interesting. Hi, ma'am. Are you an English teacher by any chance? Jyoti Mishra ma'am, thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you, Sundarshan sir. Thank you, Fiona ma'am. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Shubha ma'am, thank you. The people working behind the National Cybercrime Reporting is all cyber police. Yeah. And you'll be surprised they are all young people. They actually don't run as such, but they run really fast online. It's like that. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Payal ma'am, Sumitra ma'am, Shanta ma'am. Thank you, Sukdira ma'am. Yeah, I would request you to please look into it 2 or 3 times. You'll definitely get it. It's unfortunately important to know these things. They're all professionals. Also, they're non-professionals. Not really, Sundarshan sir. There are some classmates of mine who are working under the cybercrime branch. We're all IT professionals. Yeah. Thank you, Shivani ma'am. Thank you, Sindhu ma'am. Thank you, Thomas sir. Thank you. Please fill up the reflection form before 6 o'clock today in order to get the certificate. That's it. That's it. Thank you, Ruchika ma'am. Thank you for today's session. Thank you, Azmatullah Sheikh. Thank you, Rashmi ma'am. Thank you, Deepa ma'am. Thank you so much. What should I do about demophysis? Alo Mukherjee sir, you can actually contact me. You can message me. Oh, sorry, ma'am. Message me. I have given my number to you. Yes, Arpita ma'am. And how much ever knowledge you possess, trust me, it's less. Every day, some or the other thing is happening. Yeah, sure, Lalita ma'am. I think the next session will be on assessments. Yeah, I just need to get some information from few portals. Once I get that, we'll launch it. Thank you. Thank you so much, Pratibha ma'am, Poonam ma'am. Gurmeet sir, you will get the certificate to your mail ID. To whatever mail ID you put in the reflection form, you'll get it over there. Yes, Arpita ma'am. Basic knowledge is something important. I think you would have got up to a certain extent in this session. Thank you, Shivani ma'am. Means a lot. Thank you. A link of a reflection from SuperTeacher team members, please. Thank you, Sheikh sir. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Jyoti ma'am. Means a lot, Jyoti ma'am. Anulupa ma'am, that's really nice of you. I'm starting the session for students as well very soon. Yes, Nisha ma'am, she can definitely. Thank you, Sunita ma'am. Happy Bogi to you as well. You will get that, Jasmine ma'am, for sure. Thank you, Geetanjali ma'am. Thank you, Renu ma'am. Jasmine ma'am, you will get it. Don't worry. It's just that too many mails are there, so probably it's getting delayed. But within 1 week, ideally, we are supposed to reply for all the messages. I hope you get it. If you don't, please message me. You have my number in the reflection form. Thank you, Kalyani ma'am. Thank you, Sunita ma'am. Thank you, Nisha ma'am. Thank you, Suryakanta ma'am. Thank you, Suryakanta. Sunflower, right? Nice. Let's close for the day. See you in the next Super Sunday workshop. Bye, everyone.